Hello, and welcome to this week's episode. We're up to episode 4 now. Mm, I guess, on this channel. Um, so yeah, um, hopefully you can tell in my voice that I sound a little bit better. So yeah, I just thought I'd go through a bit of the stages of being ill. Maybe you can relate to some of these. Anyway, so yeah, I was ill for about 2 weeks or a bit longer than that. Yeah, and kind of kind of at stage one, you start off where you have a little bit of the sniffles, you're sneezing quite, fairly often, but it's like you're gonna be more ill, but you're not ill at the moment, and so you're kind of just like I was just like taking comfort in the fact that I wasn't that ill at that, but I knew I was going to be. If that makes sense. Uh, But yeah, so that's kind of like this first stage, and that usually lasts like 1 or 2 days. Um, and then stage two, your nose starts running a lot. It sounds gross, but it's a lot of cleaning up snot and just, yeah, when you just know that it's like snot's about to come out your nose, and you like start panicking, you have to grab for the tissue. Yeah, that's kind of like what stage two basically is. Um, Yeah, and that usually only lasts a short time, like a day, I found, because then you go on to stage three, where your snot becomes really thick, um, and you have to start blowing your nose because you just get really blocked up. And I was constantly blowing my nose, usually fairly frequently, and yeah, you just kind of start feeling a little delirious, like you can't think straight, and you don't really want to do anything with too much effort because it just hurts. It's been really cold around in Essex recently. It was I don't think it went over 5 degrees for the past 2 weeks. It got really good over this weekend, just gone, but before that it was freezing. It was snowing like quite a lot, but it was like British snow where it snows for maybe an hour and it rains immediately after, or it rains immediately beforehand, and so it's snowing, but it's not going to stay around, and everyone kind of knows that. Um, but yeah, and then you kind of have about 1 to 3 days of you feeling like really blocked up, and it kind of like that's when you feel the worst, and then but yeah, and then it kind of goes up to stage 3.5 where your symptoms are starting to weaken, but you're still constantly having to blow your nose. You still feel a bit blocked up. You do feel better than you were the past couple of days, and this is kind of like the longest phase. Like that took me 9 days of that, and then stage four you go into remission where it's like you're you kind of just wake up and your nose isn't completely blocked, and you're like, yes, and then you only have to like blow your nose, only a small amount of snot comes out, and that's when you know you're like, okay, good, the symptoms are starting to go away, and that's when you can start to feel a bit better. But you do kind of still have a cough, but I think it feels like you have a cough because that's the only thing you're still suffering from, because yeah, it's kind of like the only symptom that sticks around for a bit longer, and then after that you get better. So yeah, that was kind of what my last 2 and a bit weeks have been like. I'm sure any of you can relate to that. Anyway, so moving on. Unfortunately, there's no bake of the week this week. Haven't been able to do any baking. I'm gonna, but that will change. So look forward to next week where I'll hopefully have several bakes I can highlight and showcase to you guys. And then moving on to the news story of the week. This is a really nice news story. I'm sure you guys will like this. But basically, it's about Spike, the library dog, who's a dog who comes to this library and is so that kids can read to the dog. So it's like it's a dog. So it's a dog which kids can read to, But unfortunately, one of the days he came in, no one had booked time to speak to read to Spike the dog, and as a very sad Facebook post posted by the owner. But then, because of the post, it went viral, obviously, because who doesn't like a dog, especially, and who doesn't get sad about a sad dog? Um, and yeah, so like loads of people be calling in. Spike's reading sessions have been fully booked for all the way up to the end of April, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, this isn't all to the story because Spike is he visits a lot of places. He's a kind of therapy dog. He spends time in the local children's hospital as well, just cheering kids up. Yeah, I just thought this was a really good, uplifting news story. I'm sure you guys will enjoy reading it and yeah, hearing about Spike the dog. Yeah, it's about wraps up this week's video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, so, wait a second. Yeah, so, wait a second. Yeah, so, wait a second. Yeah.